Shalom. Apostle Talkman back at you once again with this truth, giving all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. And I'm going to title this, We Faint Not. Now, I did a video last night, bring it up. Bear with me for a minute. Anyway. The title was, well, I did one video entitled Jesus is the Word Deals with GMS and Gets Slaughtered. Then I did another video a couple of hours after that entitled Jesus is the Word Gets Spiritually Slaughtered by GMS 2. So you can kind of say that this is like part 2 of the GMS. Jesus is the Word Deals with GMS and Gets Slaughtered. And this inspired Apostle Gabar to then do a video entitled Mailbag Extra, Let's Go to Work, Destroying Christianity. Or you can say, let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Anyway, when you go on this video, I put a comment up. It was Revelation 3, verse 15 and 16. And there was another one. The first comment I put up was all lukewarm niggas in GMS should get to stepping, aka get the fuck out, nigga. I hope I didn't offend anybody. And there was a reply put up by Twin Fam. Let's go, champ. And it states this: we seeing guys go dark as we speak, Apostle. Shake my head. SMH. Oh well, next. Well, they see it out there, and we see it over here in New York. And we're talking about guys that been in this thing for 20 plus years. Them guys are getting weak, man. They're fainting, man. Now, what I did was, okay, I got a number of scriptures, but the first scripture is Luke 18 and verse 1. It says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. So I looked up the word faint. And the word faint is G1573, which is
Strong's G1573, ekakeo. Thayer's Lexicon, second entry, ekakeo.
Okay, so you got it, ekakeo, which means to be utterly spiritless, to be wearied out, exhausted. You know how a car, if you run out of gas, you know that you're running out of gas. The car's still moving, but you can see the engine hesitating. And, it keeps going, but it's hesitating, it's going, but you know it's going to stop, and then all of a sudden it just stops. And when you go to turn the key to start it, the engine just turns, but the car doesn't go on. And then you realize, the car ran out of gas. So the only way you can get this car to going is you got to get some gas. Whether you got to walk 2 miles to the nearest gas station, and then you got to get that little bucket to put the gas in there. Then you got to walk back to the car, put the gas in the car, and then start the car up. Then it'll go. If you don't put gas in that car, fuel in that car is not going to go no matter what you do. You can pray to sweet Jesus all you want. It says, goes on to say, to to be bad or weak, i.e., by implication, to fail in heart, faint, be weary. Goes on to say, to be utterly spiritless, to be wearied out, exhausted. That's from the Greek word G1573, ekakeo. So now I'm going to read these scriptures. The first one I read this, I'll read again, Luke 18:1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, meaning this knowledge, this information, as we have received mercy, we faint not. Second Corinthians 4 verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man, which is your spirit, is renewed day by day. Galatians 6 verse 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You got a lot of guys out there fainting. Just go, look, if you ran out of gas, you don't want to do this anymore, just go back into the world, man. You know, ask the Most High to give you that spirit. Ephesians 3 verse 13. Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulations of you, which is your glory. So this is Paul going through tribulation to glorify you. Hebrews 12 verse 3. For consider him that endureth such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. Last verse, Hebrews 12 verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. And a lot of guys fall off and get weak because if they go off and they get rebuked, instead of taking that rebuke, they get an attitude about it, man. But anyway, I'm not gonna make this too long. I'm gonna cut it short. You guys, and you know who you are. You know you're weary and you're fainting and you're running out of gas and you're weak as hell and you don't want to do this thing no more. You can do one or two things. You can get out, like the movie Get Out. Or you can ask the Most High to give you that spirit back, man. Oh, now I looked up. I went to Revelation 3 verse 15. Actually, I believe it's the 16th verse. I'll read the 15 and the 16th verse. Revelation 3 verse 15 and 16. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would that thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. That's the Lord speaking. So I looked at the word spew. G1692. And the word is emeo, which means to vomit forth, throw up. It goes on to say to vomit, vomit forth, throw up, i.e. to reject with extreme disgust. So when the Most High said, because you are lukewarm, I will spew you out of my mouth. It's like you eat something and it's a foul taste in your mouth, and you immediately spew it out of your mouth in disgust. So that's how the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua is looking at you guys that are lukewarm. You better pray for that spirit, man. And I see a lot more guys falling off for various reasons, man. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say, Shalom.